Michael Acton-Smith, and I am the CEO and founder of Mind Candy, and we've created a game called Moshi Monsters. Yeah, so Moshi Monsters is sort of a cross between Tamagotchi and Facebook for kids. We put it live about 2 years ago. We didn't really know a huge amount about this space. It was all a bit experimental. And now we've got 24 million children around the world who've signed up to play. There's one new sign up every second.
So I'm Toby Moore, I'm the Chief Technology Officer at Mind Candy, and I oversee everything from the servers, the hardware and the software development process. The best thing about my job is having the ability to influence such an incredible creative company in a really great and interesting technological direction. On a day-to-day basis, I have many different tasks. It changes every day. Sometimes I might be focusing on recruitment, other times talking to the team leads about how they're managing their staff and the future direction of their individual teams. Other days I might be planning out our new infrastructure, enhancements. Again, on some other parts in the days I'll be working with the rest of the management team to talk about business strategy, or working with the creative teams and the rest of the company to talk about new game features, as well as analysing what the rest of the world and the global economy are doing and how it may affect our company and products going forward.
Hi, I'm Kat. I'm a front-end developer at Mind Candy, and yeah, I graduated from Nottingham Trent University 3 years ago, so I've been a developer for 3 years now. As a front-end developer, I basically code the visual elements of the game. My favourite part of my day-to-day job has got to be doing the actual development. I really enjoy the creative side of it, but also it can be quite complicated. You have to think about architecture, about optimisation. You know, from time to time there's maths and a bit of physics and puzzles, so it's a very interesting and varied role. And obviously, whenever we deploy a new feature, which happens quite frequently, the feedback from the kids is the best part.
My name is Martin. I'm a front-end developer here at Mind Candy. Recently, we developed the Moshi Fun Park. It's a casual games arcade which allows our users to play lots of mini flash games within the site. And as a front-end developer, I was responsible for taking requests on from the design team and implementing the behaviours, so making things sing and dance and interact around on the screen. And also we have to interact with the engineering team, so make sure that anything which is being spat out the database, we handle it properly and is displayed. For me, the best part about work here at Mind Candy is the ability to work alongside people from lots of different backgrounds and different disciplines, so we're not pigeonholed into one job role. I can sit down with game design or illustration or the animators or the database people from the community team, marketing, and I get a really good understanding of the whole process and ultimately how the work we do is perceived and received by our users, which is really important when you're creating something.
My name is Hardeep and I am a software engineer. I primarily work on the server side of things. So what that actually means is, with Moshi Monsters, it's split into different layers. You could kind of picture it like that. So whilst you've got the front end, where you've got the flash and the animation and the graphics and the sounds and all that sort of stuff, the server side really sort of underpins all of that. The back-end work is absolutely essential. It's kind of, if you think about sort of when you want to comment on a pinboard, for example, you've got millions of users that want to do that, then the back end really needs to be able to handle that. It needs to be able to handle each request. What happens if something fails? It needs to be able to handle sort of the various different interactions between all these different systems behind, check certain states. It's essential to the game. My favorite part of my working day really is the variety of stories that we have on the board. Because one day I'll come in and there'll be a story working on a certain bit of functionality using one technology, and when I finish that I might be moving on to something which requires a completely different approach or something that I haven't used before. So it's a real challenge to pick that up. But that's the fun part, and that's the bit that kind of gets your brain going.
So in terms of the 30 people we've got in the company, we've got a 3-person marketing team. We've got Flash developers and Java developers and network operations and sysadmins and so forth that keep all the stuff behind the scenes running and making sure we're serving the site around the world as quickly as we can and that it doesn't crash.